happens. Hopefully there won't be any more freaking problems, but I gotta do something really quick. Completely forgot about this. My arm is freaking sore now. Have to love freaking technology, I swear. People want to create more work and problems for me, apparently, than want to help them. So welcome back, people. I'm sorry for all the problems with the stream. I don't know what the issue is, whether it's YouTube or it's something else. I mean, it's possible it's on my end, but I don't think it is. Only because I have another device. Creative wish, that's all it was, is a piece of paper. Time for you to go. Hi, Senko. How you doing, baby? Have you been streaming, baby? Have you been running into any problems? Because my stream's already frozen twice on me. I mean, yeah, the video would freeze, but you can still hear my voice, which is what's happened before, but... So you're having problems too, apparently. Yeah, I've been having problems. And then one of my subscribers was hidden, which he shouldn't be hidden. So I'm not happy about that. Hi, I love Juice World. Hi, Z-Skate. So I'm gonna have to spend the next 2 days trying to figure this out. Why one of my subscribers was hidden, because he shouldn't be. Grainy, but your mic was clear. Well, I mean, my screen was frozen, so it wasn't even grainy. It was just froze, but people could still hear me. Hi, Luce. How you doing, baby? So, it's just crazy. But yeah, this is my third time tonight, and it happened the other night too. I'm just gonna grab something. And my back is giving me problems. Like I said, people want to cause me problems, apparently. They think they're helping, but they're making it worse. What happened to me? Nothing other than my stream keeps freezing. Calvin, what kind of question is that? Seriously, dude? Yeah, Senko, but you know what's weird, baby? Is I go through and my stream is fine if I go through one device, but if I use it through a different device, like the one I use, that's where it's been happening. So it's not like it's a connection issue. It's just weird. It makes no sense. I don't have time for this. So, there's one possibility why I think it could be happening, but I'll have to check into that. Back in Black is a great song. I'm not familiar with that song, baby. Yeah, Bye Calvin is right. He went poof, gone. Sounds like someone just scratched on my damn wall. There's a spirit here. Oh, I'm not, baby. I'm just gonna, Yep. Wolves are cool. Oh, yeah, Stiff Richard. I forgot about that. I like AC/DC and it slipped my mind. It did and it didn't. It's weird. Hi, Diane. You're burning bay leaves about the trolls. You know, baby. Yeah, something needs to be done about them, but I'm gonna have to sleep tomorrow. Because my body's been run down after being up for hours on end. Patty Smith, that's pretty funny. You know so much about me, or you think you know. You couldn't be further from the truth. You just don't like it because I got a sexy voice. Oh, wait, and if you're a guy, you can never get a girl like me. Oh, and if you're a woman, you wish you were me. Too bad, there's only one me. Yeah, I got a little bit, Karen. I was able to munch on some beef jerky before I started the original stream. But I didn't go to bed until like 1:30 yesterday afternoon. And it was the same way the night before. So I only slept like maybe 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours each night. So I'm gonna have to catch up on my sleep tomorrow. And then Tuesday, take a look at everything and see if I can find it. Caden, yeah, you think I'm flattered by that? Nope, not even close. That's disgusting. You don't know how to speak to a woman right, and it's time for you to go too. Karen, I'm hoping I'll be able to pick it up Tuesday. I'm hoping. That's the plan. So, like, even part of my Tuesday is going to be gone because I'm going to have to go an hour and a half to drop the rental car off and then drive an hour and a half back here and still get the car. So, um, I have to wait till Tuesday to find out if it's ready or not. Now, my car that's here, I mean, I've only driven her once. I haven't been anywhere. Have I considered a call-in? What do you mean, Steve? Or Steve, oh jeez, I'm sorry. What do you mean, Stiff Richard? Hi, Gage. Hi, Simon. A call-in reading, like, what, like a podcast type thing? Is that what you're talking about? Gage Atkins, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How you doing? Hi, Thomas. Because I do, Thomas, he ain't got to think about nothing. He knows I read cards. I know, right, Sincope? An Empress hotline? Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's people who already do that, though. I haven't given it much thought, baby. I actually had someone suggest I get another phone line and have certain people who pay for a membership, but obviously it would be a more expensive membership, have that number to where they can directly reach me themselves if they ever need a reading right away. So, but I haven't even been able to give that hardly any thought because I still need to work on the whole membership thing. And I don't know, baby. I'll have to look into it. But baby, that would take some serious equipment to do all that because I don't have any of that equipment. Pat Ponce, my gift is both a blessing and a curse at the same time. Sometimes it's more of a blessing than a curse, and other times it feels more of a curse than a blessing. Karen, I don't know, sweetheart. I haven't even had a chance to even go over it. That's what I've been trying to get to and start working on, is figure out what I'm gonna do. As far as prices and then what I'll be offering for those prices. So, because I know some people have asked me about the membership, so I was considering doing it, but I'm going to do it on a different platform. Yeah, baby, but I would just need another phone line. So really what I would need is another phone because what I'm using right now is my phone. So they have no way of calling me right now. Good morning, Mitch. And Kevin Diggs. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, but StreamYard's expensive, baby. I don't want to pay for no damn StreamYard. I would need enough people that would want that a reading that way to make it worth it. Well, thank you, Travel Adventures. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Mitch, it's been alright. I'm tired, baby, but it's been alright. How about you? So, I mean, I could do it. I just don't want to get, I still need to learn how StreamYard works. And the problem with that is, Richard, is when you go through StreamYard, it seems like they don't show it on YouTube as much. Good evening, DM. How you doing, baby? Okay. I only speak English. I don't have patience for people tonight. Hi, Mr. CD. Busy, but ready for work. Slept far too much. I don't have I have the app, baby, but I haven't even messed with it yet. That's another thing that's on the back burner right now. Like I said, it would be interesting. Um, but at the same time, I would need another way of doing it. So, because like StreamYard, all you're doing is switching platforms, baby. You still need someone to be able to call you if you're going to do it that way. And then you would have to establish that number for them to call you. Hi, Carla. How you doing? Karen, what, for me personally? No, honey, I haven't. Like, I haven't considered half the stuff that people have brought to my attention or told me to consider, but except for the whole doing the memberships, but like, I would have to set up another phone line, like I said, and then I would need another device or something to be able to do it through. And unfortunately, looks like I'm gonna have to, whatchamacallit, replace my, device because it's pretty much almost maxed out of space already. Oh, I'm good, honey. Thank you for asking. I'm just tired. I have burned the candle at both ends this week. I will say that, and I have. Okay, so, okay, Richard, so what you're talking about is streaming it through StreamYard and then having the person who is asking for the reading come on to the channel and me read for them that way. Is that what you mean? JT, I still got work to do, honey, before I can even get some sleep. But I will be. Hi, Bob. Yes, baby, I came back. You know, I'm a fighter, y'all. I'm not gonna let them kick me off and not come back. And I appreciate that, baby. I'm just trying to figure out how that would work. So people would have to be willing to come on and show their face on my channel, really, to for it to happen that way. Is how I'm getting it. Just if you're just talking about just dropping the link. No. All right, baby, I'm confused then. Because I do know someone has done that. They'll go through like what you're describing. Um, they will send a link to that person, and that person will come on there, and they'll do their reading for them live right there. So both the reader and the person who's paying for the reading, they're both there. Obviously in two different places, but they're on the same screen though, side by side. So I know someone who's done it already that way. But that's what I'm saying, baby. People would have to be willing to come on the channel and do it and show their face. And not everybody's gonna be willing to do that. Haha, JT, you're funny, baby. Hi, Sanctified Sounds. I do have Zoom, but I need to fix that too. Because the last time I tried using my Zoom for one of my private readings, which, in case y'all don't know, I do private one-on-one readings that doesn't get streamed. Um, and I sent it to my client, and they never got it. And I tried it like 3 separate times. And so and I think when they finally got it, it was all messed up. I don't know what happened. So I gotta still look into that too. True, Carla. And beautiful. I've been considering doing that too. But right now, the only way I would be able to do, like if I do a collective and do pre-recorded, because that's the other part of the problem I've been having lately is because I get so much spam calls. And every single time I go through and try and pre-record a video, and if someone calls me, it interrupts the video and stops it. And then I gotta start all over again. So, and I've tried blocking it, but they still come through anyways. Hi, Valencia. Well, thank you, JT. Well, I appreciate the help, baby. I do. I will, honey. Thank you. And you have sweet dreams too, Karen. Yeah, and I have one, Carla. I just don't have the room to put it on, to have it open plus read the cards. I need a bigger desk. Like, I need a few things to make it all work and come together and look right. So I'm gonna have to do it. That's why I was saying it'll probably take me till the end of March to try and even get the memberships up, if I can even get it done then, because of the limited time I have when I, stream 5 nights a week. And since, my insignificant half don't know how to do nothing. Oh, I know, Carla. But that's just it, beautiful. You need money to do that right now, and I don't have it. That's the crappy part about it, is I don't have the money to invest like that. With both my cars breaking down, that's, let's see, 5,600, 7 grand right out the door that I had no plans on spending to get both my cars fixed and to pay for the rental car. Risky. If I was to teach you tarot, it would be a hell of a lot more than $100. I appreciate it, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some more brainstorming and look at everything, but like I said, Risky, it would cost you more than $100. Risky, I read you the first time. I do know how to read. I do comprehend very well. And again, it would cost you more than $100. Hi, Lyrian. Sharp, how you doing? Risky, we're not playing that game here. Okay? I don't have time for this. Oh, Bob, I don't even think he would hold a light to me. And Risky, you know what? If you're serious, you can email me that, okay? I'm not having that discussion here. Yes, you heard me, email. And I appreciate you, Richard. I'll really have to take a look at everything. Risky, you see my name in the chat? You can click on that, and there's a comment, and you look at the very bottom. There's a heart, and then you'll see a name next to it. That's my email. All you gotta do is put it at Gmail. Yeah, I know. I'm fixing to. We'll see. JT, what picture? You talking about the picture that's behind here? That's back when I was a kid. What kind of advice are you looking for, Lyrian? Well, and one of the people who would probably help me, Richard, with the that would probably be able to help me with some of that is one of the ones that got blocked tonight. And I'm still trying to figure out how that happened. Well, I kind of do know how it happened. They just don't think I am that smart. Thank you for the hug, Richard. Hugs back to you too, baby. Well, you know, JT, no, I didn't. I told you that picture was taken when I was a child. Not really, Diane. I really don't. Hello, Fista. Lyrian Sharp, I would have to do a reading for you, baby. And that's $30 US to do it on here. Hi, Bryce. I'm good, baby. Thank you for asking. How you doing? I know it's time to play Whack-A-Troll with some of them. I don't know what you're talking about, lining things up. John Toomey? That's nice. You ain't that much older than me, though, baby. Let's get that straight. My birthday's actually in a week. And this may shock you, but I'll be 44 in a week. Ivy, I like to think I carry wisdom and compassion in every reading I do. My subscribers would say I do. All the people who get readings from me say I do. Thank you, JT. Steph Richards been here through enough of my readings. He knows. So has DM and so has Mitch. Mitch is one of the ones who has received a reading from me. Yep, Simply Susta. So are you. That's why you just got bounced. Oh, and by the way, Suma Sista, God had a message especially for you. See, he must have known you was going to stop on by. Here's your message. These people. John Toomey, you're not the only one, baby. Trust me on that. Thank you, Richard. Baby, we'll have to talk more. You may have to email me, though, baby. And celebrate my birthday the entire weekend, Maureen. Honey, I'll be on here working that weekend. But thank you. I know everyone's trying to get me to come on here on my birthday so I can have a birthday stream with them, with y'all. Sumatra, I'm not ignoring you, but I'm sure as you can see, sweetheart, there's more than one person in this stream. So, you know, you're going to have some patience. Yes, let's be respectful. You know what, Maureen? If I could celebrate my birthday the entire month, I would. You know what, John Toomey? Yeah, you're right. And I'm thankful for that. But you know, age is nothing but a number, baby, for one. And you know, I'm deeply sorry you're going through hell. But baby, understand me. You would, if you only knew half the hell I've been through, you would understand that age has nothing to do with it. Thank you, Trent. Hi, beautiful spirit. Um, Richard, I'll have Diane put my email in the chat if she doesn't mind. If she can do that for me, please, Miss Diane. I would love you, girlfriend. And that's right, Mitch. Respect is free. I only speak one language. The language I'm using right now. Good girl, Maureen. Oh, I would have fun this entire month. I'd have a blast. John Toomey, I don't know what kind of damage you're talking about, but baby, you know what I would say to you? You should never judge a person's age based on their experience either, because people go through some things very, very, very young that they never thought they would go through, that even for many would be hard for them to even fathom going through. If he was 25, you wouldn't waste it out here. What, you mean waste it on YouTube? Because, baby, I'm not wasting my time, actually. I'm helping people. You may see it as wasting my time, but I don't see it as wasting my time. In fact, I know I'm not wasting my time. And my subscribers know I'm not wasting my time because I help a lot of people by being here. Okay, baby. Well, I just want to make sure. Just make it clear, baby. Bob, did it sound like I said bum, baby? You know I'm not calling you no bum, baby. Oh yeah, I speak fluent sarcasm too. You're right about that. I forgot, Diane. And Sharp, sweetheart, let me see. Grimm's clip. It's been a minute, sweetheart. How you doing, honey? No, in your text. That's right, baby. Oh, thank you, Richard. Y'all make me feel special. Y'all make it worth it, me being out here with y'all. Okay, Diana Sharp, I did get your donation, sweetheart. Oh, now that's funny, Bob. For real. Okay, Diane. Well, that's good, Grimm's Clip. That's all you can do, sweetheart. Work on yourself. Be better today than you were yesterday, and be better tomorrow than you are today. That's all any of us can do. I'm hoping Spirit don't make me so cold. Nope, it's still cold. I'm going to have to keep this on. Okay. Lyrian Sharp. Michael Smithers. Let's see. You wouldn't be that lucky, and I'm not that desperate. Oh. And you don't have enough money in this world to get that lucky. And I sure on the hell ain't that desperate to ever want to accept any money for anything like that. Because I'm priceless. Yeah, you wish. I'm so dried up, but yet you're in my stream, wanting to see them. Yeah, make sense of that. You don't have a good comeback for that. What I do know is people like you wish you could stand a chance against someone like me. That you wish you could have a woman like me. But see, women like me are too damn smart. We would never give you the time of day because we have high standards. We don't fall for garbage. Easy BCLS. Yes, I remember you. Umar, I don't speak German. I only speak English. People are crazy. Okay, beautiful people. Let me do Miss Sharp's reading, y'all. Oh, Richard, baby. I love, people like you, baby. Y'all make it worth me being here. John Toomey? Nope. You couldn't be more wrong, baby. Well, Umar, English is the only language I speak, so. All right, beautiful people. Let me focus on Miss Sharp's reading now. Diana, can you, do you have a specific question? Well, Grimm's Clip, I'm happy you did, sweetheart. Yeah, because I won't be here tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll be back Wednesday night. Aloha, Richard. Thank you, Luz. So I'm happy you did, sweetheart. See you later. Umar, English is my only language. There's nothing about first language. It's my only language. Besides being a smartass, which I'm very good at that too. With a little sass and spice to go with it. Drawn to me? Not originally, no, but I am part Hawaiian. So, I'm mixed. I'm Japanese, Hawaiian, English, Irish, and Scandinavian. Oh, thank you, Ivy. I got a few of them over there. You'd like to know if there is a curse on your family. All right, sweetheart. And Sharp, do you want to know this, sweetheart, because y'all are having like a streak of like bad luck, so to speak? Is that why you're asking? I mean, what specifically has happened that makes you think that? So I get a better understanding, so I know exactly what to ask my spirit guides. Amen, Ivy. I love culture. I love diversity. I've always been all about diversity. I think, different ethnicities, I think they're beautiful. So I love the fact that mine's come from so many places too. Are you, DM? What you mix with, sweetheart? Sorry, y'all. I got a scratch on my back. Because I'm trying to figure out which cards I want to pull from. Oh, okay. I got you, honey. Well, I'm sorry for all the deaths in your family and illnesses, honey. I've had my fair share of it. That's a beautiful mix, DM. Let's see. Where's my other deck? That's a beautiful mix, Bob. Okay. High cargo hustler. Alright, spirit. Let's see. Mm. 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 Again, spirit. Diana, simple answer. I mean, spirit's telling me no, but truthfully, I wasn't even feeling like y'all are, even though you may feel like you are. Um, Many of the cards down here even just tell me your family is connected. Like, I feel like there's magic in your family. Like, your far great ancestors were very spiritual people. You may already be aware of this, I don't know. But I feel like that there is a lot of magic that was practiced like hundreds of years ago within your family. Um, do I feel like it was bad? No, I don't. I feel like they were healers. I feel like they were shamans. I feel like they were the medicine women and men that, people would go to who were sick and ill. And now I just feel like there's been a lot of shifting energetically around you, around, people you come in contact with even. And I even feel like, that either you or your siblings or like aunts, uncles, maybe even your parents are even aware that y'all have some sense of spiritual gifts, but I feel like people have, either turned them off because they're afraid of them, or y'all were told, that it's evil to not even bother going there. And I feel like that spirit's been kind of trying to get y'all to come back to what your lineage is telling you you have, just like mine is, because I didn't want to be psychic. I didn't want my abilities. You know, I I started having my abilities when I was 6, 7 years old, and I was scared, and I ran away from it to the point I didn't tell nobody. Like I didn't tell nobody until I was 14 years old, and the only person I told was my grandmother, and that was not by that was not intentional. I was not trying to tell her. It just slipped out because I saw a spirit orb go flying across my room one day, and she was in the room with me when it happened. So I feel like as if um how do I put this? I feel like, there's, probably illnesses, medically that can be explained away. Um and then I also feel like there's other things, in the environment, like people have done things that they aren't holding themselves accountable for, you can say, to try and, um not to be throwing stones, so to speak. And I also want you to understand something, and then I'll go over the cards with you. I want you to understand that in our life, we come here with a purpose, and our purpose, is to do whatever, and that purpose is going to be different. And when we have met that purpose, it's time for us to go, and be with, our ancestors. And if you believe in God, which I'm assuming you do, or believe in some type of deity, time to go meet the creator himself. And I also feel, and this is something that I think is commonly believed among people like myself who are in spirituality, is that the universe has a way of coming in and creating things to happen that's meant to happen, not because they hate you or they want the worst for you, but it's kind of what you signed up for. Okay, there's such a thing as free will, but there's also certain things that you signed up for before you incarnated into this life, that you told your ascended masters, your guardian angels, God, all of them, that you would go through to help your spiritual growth over time. And sometimes it means we got to go through things that we can't understand. It's like, why in the hell would I ever sign up for that? And it's hard to comprehend that. But I want you to understand that it's hard for us to even comprehend it from that perspective, being up there, because we're on the other side where we don't feel any of the pain, the agony, the anger, the resentment, the sorrow, the grief, all of those emotions that we as humans feel here on earth. Up there, it's nothing but beauty and just being overwhelmed with love, unconditional love, peace, serenity. There's no pain. And I can only tell you that from someone who has had a profound experience that I will never ever forget, that I will forever be thankful for, that I was lucky enough to be able to feel exactly what heaven feels like. And the only reason why I know that is because an angel came to see me and wrapped me in its wings and allowed me to feel heaven. So I know exactly what that feels like. And it's beautiful. I mean, I can't even put it into words how wonderful it feels. There's not enough words in a dictionary to express or explain how amazing that feeling is. So, yeah, to be up there, we're thinking it's going to be like that down here. And we forget all the things that we go through here as humans because we're in this physical body, not just in a spiritual body. So, and it's kind of like almost like a reminder for us to come back. We tend to forget after being over there for so long what exactly it's like for our loved ones who are still here, what they're going through, those type of emotions, you know. So it's almost like that thing, like out of sight, out of mind. If you're not in there yourself, if you're not around it, how are you going to remember it? And I feel like that's part of what's happening. You know, I feel as though some of y'all, again, signed up for certain things, and some of that meant, it meant that they may have had to suffer some type of illness. And yes, some of them may have had to die young too. Others, I feel like it came about a different way. But all in all, they still signed up for something. It's just sad that, yes, we are left behind and we're the ones that have to pick up the pieces when they leave because it leaves an absolute hole in our heart and in our lives when they're gone. I know that too. I lost my mama young. I was 19 years old when she died, and I took care of her for 5 years. So I was 14 years old, and I had to watch her suffer, and I couldn't understand why God would allow this. Why, what did she do so wrong to deserve what she went through? She had severe emphysema. So, and she was young herself. We're not talking about someone who's in their 50s, 60s even. Um, that disease is typical for you to get. My mom was in her mid 30s when she got it, or when she was first diagnosed, but they said she had had it for several years prior to that. So she suffered. She pretty much, I watched her slowly suffocate to death. Um, And the only thing that would have saved my mama's life is if she got a lung transplant. So then I go through and I lose my birth father when I'm 25, you know, and I wasn't there. And he had a massive stroke. And kind of the same thing, I'm trying to understand why him. Because my father was born in the concentration camp back in World War II here in the United States. The ones that President FDR had put in executive order for all Japanese people to be put there when Pearl Harbor got hit. And, you know, so my grandparents and my father went through a lot in there. And despite all that, and despite my father um, signing up for the military himself, enlisting, he still ended up suffering a massive stroke and died at 62. And then my stepfather, who was my daddy, who raised me most of my life, he had diabetes, high cholesterol. Um, he suffered with blood clots, um, high blood pressure, and he ended up going into kidney failure. He died at 56, you know, and he also needed a kidney transplant. So, you know, what are the odds of someone like, you know, getting both parents needing an organ transplant that's being caused by two completely different diseases? What are the chances? You know, you know, you would have to really be, you know, gone through some hell and some really bad luck to encounter something like that. That's what happened, you know. And I had a hard time accepting it all, you know, accepting, you know, that my parents signed up for this, you know, that they signed up to even, you know, not stay here for as long, you know, to be with us kids because we were so young when they died. So I get all of that. And I know it's not easy. And, you know, I know your heart hurts. I know it feels like, you know, you couldn't possibly have, you know, done something to create this. And I'm not saying you have, honey. I'm just saying there's other things at play besides someone just cursing your family. But I don't feel like it's a curse because even, you know, I pulled it from three different decks of asking it flat out. And I used my pendulum. My pendulum said no. Um, when I pulled cards from one of my decks, it told me no. When I pulled it from a deck I have that's a yes or no deck, I get no. Both times, no. And again, like I said, here I'm being shown your family, you know, y'all have, you know, spiritual gifts. You know, y'all are like me. Y'all have psychic abilities. Y'all have the potential to even, you know, play around with magic, if you want to call it that. Some others would call it witchcraft. Um, Even I feel like some of y'all can even possibly go through and mess with the energies, which, you know, kind of goes into like shamanism too. Um, but a lot of those cards I'm seeing right here on my table that I pulled from both tarot and different oracle decks. So this is what I got from the tarot and from the oracle cards I pulled. Let's see, we'll pull these cards out. But what I just want you to know is the universe has a certain way of guiding us down the path we're meant to go. So we can live out our purpose here. Which one? This is the right one. I think this is it. Is it this one? No, it's this one. Okay, so you know of your family being able to use magic. That's what I feel like a lot of this is. And beautiful karma is real. And I know that sometimes that's hard to hear, but you know, if they done something, you know, mess more with, the dark side of it than the light, they're gonna have to answer for that. And I know it's hard to accept that. I know it's hard to hear that because that's our loved one, but that's how it works. Energy, it's powerful. You put that intention out there and it's going to come back and bite you. If you want something bad to happen to someone else, well, you're going to eventually have to answer for that. And I know it's hard to hear that. So, but, all right, let me move this to the side. Do this. Because I was looking for one specific card to come out. If I were to think that there was any card that would tell me that, just between Oracle and Tarot, I was looking for one card out of one of my angels and ancestors and gods deck, whatever it's called. And it's the shapeshifter card. And it didn't come out, which is what I would have expected to see. Because that would have told me, like that energy is able to shift and move around y'all and cause certain things to happen. But it's not out here. So, Larry Ann Sharp, let me start with this, sweetheart. Um, Something I always do when I read for people is I just pull messages from spirit guides just to see what will come out. And the first card I got is, and that's important, beautiful. And you got to remember that. Always practice that. Practice forgiveness for others, but also make sure you forgive yourself. It does help because it does set, the energy and raises the vibration into a positive instead of carrying around that, negative, low vibrational energy. But the first card I have is feel joy in all you do. That's what Spirit wants to remind you of. And in doing so, they want you to dream. Always remember to dream and feel joyous when you dream. Because those dreams can raise your vibration and bring so much more good into your world and into your life and to your families too. And the next one is worry is a wasted emotion. And this is, something I always tell people is worrying does nothing but make you feel bad, right? If there's nothing you can do to change it, like if the past has come and gone, you can't go back and change the past. You can only, focus on here, the present, and what happens in the future. So let it go. There's nothing you can do about it. If you can change, the present and the future, then that's different. Focus on what it is you can control, though, not what everybody else around you, you know, what they do, how they do, things and situations. We know we have no control over it. So let it go. Because otherwise, again, I feel like y'all are going to be, you know, feeling like, y'all need someone to come up and rescue y'all, especially you, though, because I get the rescue card. And I feel like, this has probably been something that's happened a lot, where I feel like it's created a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, obviously a lot of worry. I'm sure you don't sleep as soundly as you probably could, just always worrying about this. So, Spirit wants you to, instead of worrying about what could possibly be going on, to focus on yourself. And, I'm not saying don't do what you can to help take care of your family, especially extended family. But they want you to focus on rescuing yourself first before you try going around and fixing what could possibly be going around just in the family as a whole unit. And the last one for this is focus on the positive. So always focus on the positive. When you focus on the negative again, it's like, all that negative emotions come into play. They want you to focus and be thankful for all the good you have. Um, for even the things that, no, it may not be ideal, but if you're still doing okay, to be in gratitude. Because gratitude brings abundance. It also brings greater blessings where, the universe and spirit can see that, no, it may not be perfect and you may not have all the material things you want. You may not have that big, huge, fancy house that maybe you dream about and so on. But you still are grateful and feel blessed that you at least have a roof over your head and food on the table instead of always, being like, never happy, being in misery. And they want you to focus on that and make that part of your mantra. Always remind yourself of this every day. Come up with, positive affirmations. And I could tell you an affirmation I always say to myself when I've gone through things, um, where I just feel like, spirit in the world's kicking my behind. I always go in that mirror every day and look at myself and I say exactly this. Everything's going to work out perfectly in my favor. And I keep repeating it until I feel like I feel it in my soul. And no, it doesn't make everything all right then and there, and that's not what I mean. But what it will do is it'll change your mindset. It'll change the energy in your spirit to where you stand taller. When you walk out the door and go out in public, you're able to look people in the eye instead of looking away. And you're looking, up ahead of you instead of looking down at the ground. It just changes your overall aura. And by believing that and knowing no matter what happens, you're going to be okay and the divine has your back, it also creates this positive, beautiful light outward that people are attracted to. And it also creates this energetic positivity that people gravitate to. They just feel it, and they want to be in your energy because you're positive. Even when you're going through things, you still manage to keep a positive mindset and stay optimistic about life. That will help change things a lot too. Um, but for the tarot and like the oracle I pulled together, this is why I say um, where I got that. I feel like there's magic in your family because I get the magic guardian right here. And it even says on the bottom, unlock the magic within. So this is something I feel that both you and your family have, and maybe most of your family's been practicing that. Um, and yeah, maybe some haven't been practicing the one in the light in the positive sense. But there is magic in your lineage and your family history. And they want you to use this magic for the better, to help people, you know, tap into your spirituality more. Be like this King of Cups that becomes that healer that helps people, that gives your time, your energy to others who are needing help. Just make sure whatever you do, it's for good, not for, selfish greed, selfish needs, or to see revenge, done on someone, so to speak. The next one is be open. This is the medicine guardian, and it says be open to healing information. And I feel like there's a lot more information coming towards you that will be able to kind of help make things make more sense to you than maybe they do, or have in the past. Be open to receiving that healing information. I feel like there's a lot more out there that you still need to explore. And Spirit's looking to you and other members of your family to use that, to be open, Because again, like I said, I feel like y'all are meant to be like healers, like shamans is what I get. Very strongly, I get a shaman presence. But I even get the high priestess with this. And the high priestess is all about the mystery, the unknown, knowing things that you can't explain, you know, your psychic abilities, your spirituality, being able to tap into the spirit world, you know, because the high priestess is one that has one foot in the physical and the other in the spiritual. So Spirit's asking you to listen to it, to trust in this. Trust in the healing power you and your family possess. Trust in the magic you all possess. And use it for good. Because in the center, Spirit's even asking you to be brave. Be like this knight. Be brave. And be honest. You know, be brave and honest with, you know, people around you, but especially with yourself. And with this card, I get the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is pretty much having to walk away from, you know, things that no longer are serving your highest good. And in walking away, you're looking for something that's more meaningful, something that's going to bring more depth to your life and to your spirit. And a lot of it, you know, I feel like it's going down that spiritual path, looking to the heavens, looking for that spiritual and emotional growth. Because here's the Eight of Cups, and that's pretty much a lot of it what it means. So letting go of the past. There's a lot back there that you can't do. Again, you can't change what has happened already, but you can change the here and now and how you proceed forward. So proceed forward, and you know, don't focus on the past. You know, I tell people the only thing you want to bring forward with you from your past is the, you know, your friends and family you want in your life, the memories you made, the happy memories, and the lessons you've learned. Everything else, leave it behind. There's no point in looking back there. It's not going to help you. And the next one is spring. See your seeds you grow. So Spirit's wanting you to plant these seeds now and allow them to get, you know, well rooted in the ground. And I also get the Knight of Swords with this, and it's telling me that this means that, you know, events will happen that may take time, that you'll have to carefully take time to review and come up with some creative solutions on how to solve some of this. But, you know, they're saying you have that intellect to be able to do it. You have the ideas, you have the creativity. Just don't allow it to wear you down or, you know, make you feel like you're not accomplishing anything, because you can't. You can accomplish anything you want if you put your, you know, time and attention to it. You know, things can't grow, you know, if you're not putting your full time and attention and focus in it. So, you know, if you, you know, when you think of like a garden, um, if you don't go out there and water it every day, obviously, you know, the flowers aren't going to grow and it's just going to get covered up in weeds. But if you spend the time and put the attention into keeping, you know, the weeds out of there and watering it, it's going to blossom. So, you know, life in general is no different. And then the last one is the Earth Garden. And this one says stay rooted and grounded. So Spirit's asking to stay rooted and grounded. Don't go through and misstep. Don't feel like you failed. Don't feel like, you know, you've lost your way. Don't feel like you can't accomplish what you set out. Don't feel like you can't even be in that high priestess energy and tap into your spiritual gifts, or even use the magic that you know your family has been practicing. They want you to get grounded and rooted in that. And that's really their advice, because I feel like there's going to be great opportunity coming towards you once you do. And it's going to mean having to let go of the ideas and thoughts you thought were changing the way you look at life. Like I get the Hierophant with this, and the Hierophant's all about having those traditional beliefs. Um, when you think of like religion, you think of churches, that organization, societal norms. This is you having to break away from all those beliefs and look elsewhere. Tap into spirit, your spirituality, tap into your gifts, apply them, use them, and go like the holistic route. Is what spirit just put in my head. Um, but being that holistic healer is what I feel y'all were meant to do. Um, I even have the shaman card out here, which is the other reason why the shaman, I feel like y'all are supposed to be practicing shamanship, because here it is, right here. And they want you to trust in these higher powers, trust in the higher forces that you have available to you, because all those answers are within you, Diana. If you just look, to the heavens and shed the old in order to bring in the new, you're going to find there's going to be so much positivity that's going to come from it. But spirit needs you to let go of the old. You have to shed the old skin. Let go of the old beliefs, because it's not serving you. And spirit's saying it's not true. Y'all aren't cursed. So don't feel like you are. You're not cursed. Okay? Once you can and do this, spirit's showing me you're going to have a lot of opportunity. Things are going to start, turning out in your favor, helping, other people, and things that I feel like you and your family can be very excited about. Because I get the Fire Garden too, which says ignite your passions. So turn this into a passion. Be passionate about this. You know, Instead of focusing on whether your family's cursed or not, focus on helping others who possibly could be facing a curse in the family, or someone, wanting to wish y'all harm or wish someone else harm. Help them to be able to find the answers instead. And make sure that you stay with this passion, because I feel like it's going to bring more events that will need your attention, that this will help you with too, to be able to find a solution to it. And I feel like a lot of other people are going to run towards you, because I get the Knight of Wands with this. And the Knight of Wands is all about passion. The Knight of Wands is all about taking charge, taking immediate action, being passionate, and being, self-assured that it's all going to work out. So don't doubt yourself. Don't think you can't do it. Spirit's showing me you can, and you will. It just may take some time to adjust to things, but again, I'm getting a no. And I pulled a few other cards um, to go with this from a couple of my other oracle decks. And the first one I pulled is root water, root of water. And this one even says highly sensitive. And it says here, you may feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster, giggling one minute, bawling the next. You are on a soul journey. That's why you are feeling it all so deeply. Don't take every little thing so seriously. Trust your inner guidance. The ancestors are nudging you in signs. Are you paying attention? Nature is speaking to you. This plant ancestor is empathic and intuitive energy. The hibiscus plant has youthful energy. The roots, plant spirits are the messengers of the ancestors. There may be news or a romantic proposal coming your way. Honor your feelings. Your creativity is ready to flow. Take advantage of all the creative opportunities coming your way. And it says the root of water is in the flower. This yin energy plant ancestor comes forward as a zemi, which is a nature spirit. of the Taino people of the Caribbean and the goddess Atabey, supreme creatrix and mother. Like her hibiscus flowers, Atabey represents the moon, fertility, love, romance, and beauty. And as far as like an ancestral medicine, it's a plant spirit that also represents your inner child. And spirit's asking you to lean into the energy of play. Your ancestors did not always have the gift and privilege of play, so allow yourself to be free enough to play in their honor. So I feel like, maybe some of y'all forgotten how to still have fun, and allow that inner child to live outward of y'all. I feel like, so many things have happened that have kind of held you back from being in that inner child energy, which if you too can be in that inner child energy, that connects you even closer to the divine, because you have this, not just the innocence, but you create a stronger doorway for them to come through, because your frequency is much higher for them to reach you just as much as you're able to reach them, instead of it being all the way down here. And you don't want that. You want it up high. And then the other one I pulled, and in case you're wondering, this is from the Secrets of the Ancestors. This one is the Peacemaker, persistent patience. And it says, don't force anything. You made it. Consider this a hug and a reminder. It's all working out for you, but just take it easy. This is a moment of healing, harmony, and alchemy. Just avoid extremes and go with the flow. Everything in moderation. You are creating something new. Remain flexible. You are stronger than you think. And it says the peacemaker shows up as an Egyptian goddess, Ma'at, one foot in the water and the other on land. And the ancestral medicine in this is family healing is key with most issues of addiction and overindulgence. However, this is a journey you must first walk yourself. Write a letter to a personal area of imbalance, addiction, or overindulgence. So be patient and be persistent. And once you can do that, the other one I got is, get it, Father of Water. And this is, where'd it go? Balance and harmony. They call you a wish owl. Well, I think that's a beautiful thing, honey. Owls are full of wisdom, and they are close to the divine too. So this one says, trust your instincts. There is unity and balance between your head, heart, and spirit. A balance between the conscious and unconscious. This is a good thing. Although you must give yourself permission to feel your emotions fully and completely, acting out in tantrums or rage is not healthy for you or your loved ones. The answer is not more control. The answer is doing your spiritual healing work. This paternal ancestor is spiritually mature and compassionate. He comes through when you may need a reminder to be more open and trust your heart. If there is a Prince Charming, this is his dad with more substance, King Charming. And the ancestral memory to this is, this ancestor comes forward as Zulu god of healing. He brings forward the energy of giving and receiving compassion. This ancestor is a kind, generous, and centered father, stable and calm in the raging seas of life. In some traditions, he is a goddess rather than a god. And the ancestral medicine is, have you experienced positive and loving divine masculine energy? This is very different from patriarchal energy. You are capable of balance and worthy of loving and being loved fully and completely. So find that balance and harmony in between. And, honey, make sure you love yourself too. It's hard to make others love us if we don't first love ourselves. And, but that's true for anyone. So even if you're, other family members, have gone through things, some of it could be just because some of things, unfortunately, maybe they allow because they didn't have their own self-worth. They didn't see it in themselves. They didn't see that they were, beautiful beings who deserved love just as much as they were given it. They deserved to be loved unconditionally by someone else. But unfortunately, what happens sometimes is we forget that, and we forget or may not come to realize that um, we can't expect people to love us if we first don't teach them how to love us, how to treat us. Otherwise, if we don't, then they can just run all over us whenever they want if we don't put up those boundaries and state what it is we want and what we need and what we expect. And if we tell them on one hand, well, I'm not going to accept your, any kind of abuse, whether that's mental, emotional, or physical, but then your actions say differently, what are they going to believe? They're not going to believe that you truly meant what you said because you're still there, right? It's kind of the same thing all the way around. And I feel like, beautiful, you can't carry the burden of your family. And I don't feel like your ancestors want you to. They want you to be happy. They don't want you worrying about what everyone else is doing. Everyone's going to have to take accountability for themselves and live their own life. You can't carry all that weight. It's not your burden to bear. And it's not your karma to have to answer for. And it's not your, how do I put this? There was another way I was going to say this, and it just slipped my mind. Damn it. I'll think of it in a minute, hopefully. But it's not for you to bear at all. Your loved ones and your ancestors just want you happy and healthy and living your life to the best and fullest potential and ability in the way you want it to be. Okay, and I pulled a few from my Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians Oracle. And let's see. I'm going to find where it is at. Okay. It says, this is a deity. Expand your consciousness. See the bigger picture. The universe is opening you up. Look up at the sky, the clouds, the stars, planets, and the endless expanses stretching out in all directions. You're part of a vast, limitless consciousness and divinely ordered universe. It may be hard to remember this right now, as you're consumed with the details, problems, and demands of everyday life. You might feel restricted, confined, or limited by your circumstances. Maybe you've been spending too much time indoors or listening to inflexible, narrow ideas. A deity invites you to gaze again upon the sky outside your window. Her expansive energy swirls around your tight forehead, freeing up your mind. You've reached an impasse because you've become close to alternative options, she says. It's easy to get locked inside your own head. You get stuck in a rut and see only dead ends and foregone conclusions. Open your consciousness. Connect with the divine mind and feel the rich expansiveness. You're not limited in any way, and I'm here to show you the extensive possibilities and plentiful resources that are always available. Widen your perspective. Stand up and stretch out your arms to the universe. Be open to unexpected blessings, surprising solutions, and new avenues of understanding. A deity is asking you to broaden your horizons, mentally, physically, or spiritually. Be curious. And a deity doesn't want you to take this situation personally. And she's asking you to study. Study philosophy, ancient knowledge, even, travel abroad. But most importantly, develop your connection with spiritual guides. That's what they're asking you to do. So that's one. And the other is raw. Share your gift. And this says, let me get to it. The perfect time is now. Say yes and show up. What are you waiting for? What do you keep putting off until tomorrow? You're locked in a frustrating cycle of inaction, and it's holding you back from contributing, creating, and sharing. Ra leads you into his temple and declares, the world needs what you have to give. There's no such thing as the perfect time to share your creations and energy. Have you used every excuse under the sun for why you can't do what you need to do? This procrastination is a smokescreen for your fears. Yes, it can feel scary to reveal your ideas and talents, but this is what we need from you. Sharing your deepest gift will open the heart of humanity. Don't wait anymore, or you'll be waiting your whole life. Take guided action now, not later. Give generously of your radiant sun's light. It will be returned to you, multiplied, and you'll feel more alive than ever before. There are times when patience and more preparation are needed, but not now. This is a definite yes to move forward and place your gift on the collective sacred altar. You'll never feel completely ready to give your deepest soul gifts, so start now. And so Raw's asking you to start a new project. If you're even looking to start a business, take that risk. And he's also saying stop taking innumerable courses, training, or workshops. Put your learning to use. Help others through volunteering, charity work, or community initiatives. Use your spiritual gifts of crystal healing and psychic arts. So I feel like this is a deep calling to you and your family, but specifically to you, to open that door to your spiritual gifts now, because I feel like it's been locked away for too long. And you weren't born to be hidden away. You were born to be out in the public helping others, just like I've had to come to that. Be the high priestess. Share your energy, share your knowledge, your mystery, even your, intrigue, you'll intrigue people, but people will grow and they'll have this desire to want to be surrounded in your energy if you open that door and welcome them in and welcome spirit guides in and ask your spirit guides and even talk to your ancestors and tell them, if you're not sure what to do now, ask them. They'll help you if you're willing to open the door and listen to them. And sometimes it might be just a sign or a symbol you see out in public just randomly that just answers that question. And it may feel like coincidence to you. It's not coincidence, okay? Especially if it keeps happening, If it happens once, okay. But if it happens a few times, when you're not looking for it especially, that's when you know really to pay attention and that they're there with you and walking beside you. You're not walking this alone, honey. And I know it may feel like that, because again, I feel like you're taking and you're carrying a lot of this burden yourself. But don't do that to yourself. You're stronger than that. You are meant to do a whole lot more than that. So spread your wings. But overall, honey, I'm not getting that at all. I'm not getting a yes anywhere that's telling me. So I hope this reading has resonated for you, sweetheart. I hope it has answered those burning questions you've had and helped to put away any doubts or fears you've been carrying. And I hope it's provided you with some positivity and has helped to encourage and uplift you for you to be able to see your path forward, to keep going and take that path down that road onto the next phase of your life in this beautiful um, place we call life on this earth, in this beautiful place, this journey we all are still walking on. But know there's other people walking with you. You're not alone. So don't feel like you are. And thank you so much for trusting me to read for you tonight. It's been an honor. All right, beautiful people. Hi, little bit. How you doing, honey? Something on my face. I'm happy to hear that, beautiful. Yeah, just take a deep dive. Become the student, you know, because for me, I'm always the student. I'll never stop learning. I'll forever be a student of life, and I will forever be open to learning more and to getting as much knowledge as I can, because knowledge is power after all. Hi, Silky Bee. How you doing, honey? You're welcome, honey. Anytime. Like I said, thank you again for trusting me to read for you. It was a great honor. Hi, Diana. It's already 4 o'clock. Holy crap. I guess, you're funny. This is true. You're right about that. You are absolutely right about that, Diana Sharp. And I know you'll do great. I feel it in your energy. But I get, you know, beautiful. I get it might be hard sometimes to see it, especially if we're surrounded by people who aren't being, you know, as positive. Even if we have people, even including our own family, who tend to be toxic, you know, who create nothing but problems and drama, it's hard to see positivity. So sometimes it might mean you got to cut certain people off and out of your life. And please don't misunderstand me, sweetheart. You know, I'm a very family oriented person, but I also understand that certain people in my family, um, when they cause chaos, drama, they disrupt my peace. It's up to me to now protect that peace. And sometimes that means I have to keep my distance. Does that mean I hate them? No. And I'll never hate them. I always love them. But I also understand I have to love them at a distance and not allow them to be as much in my life and in my close circle, you know, I still send them away with love and light, but I won't allow them to disrupt my life in that way. So you got to protect your happiness and your peace too. And it's really important. And I think sometimes, you know, naturally we fear doing that, you know, cutting our family off because, as you say, you know, family is everything and this and that. And yeah, that's true. But if they're toxic, they're no different from someone, you know, like a friendship. If they're doing nothing but creating chaos and problems, why are you going to welcome that just because you share blood or because they're tied to you by some legal contract, you know, a marriage? No, sweetheart. You have to love yourself more than. Hi, a little bit. There's a Zelle, there's a Venmo. All you gotta do is if you use Zelle or Venmo, all you gotta do is go on that website, on their website, and type in my email address. You can do it through PayPal, and you can do it through Buy Me a Coffee. Good morning to you too, honey. I gotta use the bathroom again. There goes my bladder screaming at me again. All that Red Bull going right through me. Oh, honey, I don't have time. It's making me cold again. Sandy never came back, Diane. I feel bad. And I still haven't been able to do his reading yet. All the disruptions from the stream. Ouch. Hey, I got you a little bit. I understand, sweetheart. We all gotta learn one way or another. Okay. Do you think there's a lot in that? All right. My eyes closed and take a deep breath and smile at myself. Yeah, I need to do that, Alejandro. I actually need to munch on something. Ouch. Because of pain in my foot. Yeah, right. Oh, Lord. Exactly. I still like to know why my freaking ethnicity really does matter. It doesn't. But if you said I'm Native American, you would be more freaking wrong than you can ever imagine. Not even remotely close. Crazy people. But it is rude. If I had $1 for every single time someone asked me if I'm Native American on YouTube, I'd be filthy rich right now. Crazy people. Hi, Sebastian Lopez. What should that statement shirt say, Diane? Still, what I don't understand is why that's the first thing people think of, because there's more ethnicities, obviously, that have my features. I mean, and that's an obvious, because otherwise y'all would be wrong when y'all say Native American. So. Yeah, that would work too, Alejandro. That's what they automatically think. They look at me, oh, there's Pocahontas. Not even close. Let's see what I can do, Diana. Huh. Well, you know, I do have a few feathers over there on my table. No, you know what I need? I need like a Hawaiian lei. I wonder if I wore a Hawaiian lei, would more people get the hint that way? Probably not. Yeah, they probably still call me Pocahontas. Huh? Probably right about that. Either that or if I was to wear like some kind of kimono and put my hair up and have chopsticks in my hair. Probably the same thing. You are right about that too, Alejandro. Can't win them all. I just know me and my mods get tired of the stupid same question, though. And why it's really more annoying than anything is if I was fair skinned with blue eyes, blonde hair, or if I was, you know, a beautiful ebony color, that question would never come up. But because I'm neither, it seems to be like the most common question of every night. You're probably right about that too, Diane. They would say I'm Chinese and not Japanese. Or I would really throw them for a loop. If I was to wear like a, something that was, you know, Irish. Whatever, you know, it is that they wear. That would throw them for a huge loop. Oh, thank you, honey. Very true, Diane. Oh, thank you a little bit. Yeah, Trish, I like them too. And throw everybody off and wear a turban. Well, that wouldn't make any sense. You know, the other ethnicities I mentioned would make sense just because, but yeah, I could do that too. I'm sorry, little bit. I don't know what to tell you, honey. Thank you, Texas Ranch Rocks. I love Lay's potato chips, but my favorite is sour cream and cheddar. But sour cream and onion's a good second. I think I have any in here. I can use a tiny bit. Oh, I think I got some crumbs. I got crumbs. No, I'm sorry, Diane. I wasn't trying to make you hungry, sweetheart. I was gonna get off here in a minute anyways if Little Bit couldn't get it to work. So you're gonna look for a snack just because of me. That's funny, Maureen. I'm sorry. I'm sure all of y'all can hear it. I hear the sound is pretty good coming through my mic, which is just blows my mind. Someone told me it's so sounding crisp. No point intended. I got cold again. Yeah, it's fine a little bit. I'll give you a few minutes, honey. I gotta go grab something. And I need to, whatchamacallit. Dang, Spirit, stop making me cold. Use the restroom. And I'll be back. Hope you'll have it working by then. Yeah, you wish. Okay. Little bit. Did you get it to work, sweetheart? Hi, Captain Laylis. How you doing, baby? You're funny, baby. Well, she must not have been able to get it to work. Or she's still trying to get it to work now, but... Damn. Okay, honey. Little bit, girlfriend. Can you come back and see me Wednesday night? Because I'll be back Wednesday night. And maybe you'll have it figured out by then. No worries, honey. I get technology, so... But yeah, because I stream 5 nights a week. But the next 2 nights I won't be here. That's when I take off. But I'll be back Wednesday night. And hopefully you can have it figured out by then. And a little bit, if you get it figured out in between now and then, you know, you can go ahead and send me the money if you want. And I'll just have you at the top of my list when I come back Wednesday. And that's up to you, though. Just so you know. And I could send you a message to let you know that I got it. Yash, what's wrong with my voice? Ain't nothing wrong with my voice. What's wrong with your ears? You talking crazy. Well, a little bit, you didn't do nothing, honey. This other idiot in here wants to know what's wrong with my voice. So pretty much what they're trying to say is I sound like a guy. Which if they only knew how many times I heard that and how many times I've done dealt with trolls like them. I don't put up with that nonsense. Because, Yash, I eat people like you for breakfast. That's what you don't realize. Be coming here messing with someone like me, you mess with the wrong woman. Understand me clearly. You don't want none of this. Because I will make you cry. Because I obviously know you're pissed off because either your parents done locked you in the basement and you can't afford to live out on your own, or you can't handle a woman like me because no woman would ever give you the time of day like me. And I don't blame them because God knows if you were standing in front of me, I wouldn't give you the time of day. I would reject you out flat. And you wouldn't know what to do with a woman like me even if I gave you a roadmap. And no, I don't mean that in a sexual way either. So don't get that twisted either. Crazy people. People be acting a fool. Coming here wanting to mess with someone like me. You know, problem is with them is that they been picked on and been made less than to the point that they don't know how else to handle it except for come on the internet and going around trolling and acting a fool and trying to bully other people. And it never works. You wish I was. You wish I was every bit a man because, like I said, you wouldn't be able to handle a woman like me. Because I would reject you flat. It's time for you to go. Oh, I won't. I don't let them trolls ruin my day. They can't get to me. And that's the problem is they all come in here and want to talk nonsense with me, like as if they think they're going to make me cry or make me feel bad about myself, like I'm going to shut down my stream and go cry in the corner. Won't ever happen. I'll be here next week. I would say I'd be here tomorrow, but it's my day off, but I'll be back. Just understand, you won't get rid of me because I'm stronger than that. You can't tear down people like me. We're too confident and sure of ourselves. And we don't need your validation or approval. But obviously, you need your validation approval from others. See, I get my validation approval from myself. Me only. Yep. Be acting a fool. You know, why they think they can go around and tear apart women like me? You know, it's like maybe they get away with it with those other people. You know, maybe they get away with, talking to them and making them cry, but I'm not one of them. Not your monkey, not your circus. It just cracks me up. And seeing what I do know is if he were to ever see me in person, we'll just assume it's a guy, but, could also be a woman that's trying to tear me apart too. Because she wishes she could be me. And she'll never be me either. But either way, we'll just say it's a guy. If he were to stand in front of me, if I was to walk by, he wouldn't even know what to say to me. He'd be starstruck. And then be falling all over himself, trying to talk to me like an idiot. And I'd keep on walking too. Good morning, Artist Mac. Well, welcome back, beautiful. You came back just in time to say goodnight to me. Because I'm getting ready to go, sweetheart. We were just talking about the troll that wants to come in here and talk about how I got a deep voice. That I sound like a guy, apparently. And I always find that amusing. You know what's sad? It's really sad, and, that there are people out there that would cry over something like that. And that hurts my heart just to think of that, because they don't know their value and their worth, and because they're one of those people who looks for their worth in other people's approval with, compliments and such. I know you think it's funny, honey, because God knows I think it's funny too. They just don't realize how much um, laughs I get out of it, or the fact that we can all come in here and have comedy hour talking about them, making fun of them. And just like that deck I have, where'd it go? Not my rebel one, but the other one. I have only used it once or twice. Well, thank you, sweetheart. You're sweet. Let's see. See if this deck will give me a sarcasm card today. Because I still haven't looked through that entire deck yet from the Rebel one I just got. Oh, anti-sparkly. That's nice. Can you tell me something I don't know? Actually, wait a minute. Don't do that. Because I don't need you in here preaching. I know artists, Mac, and that's what I don't understand. I don't understand how they allow people to get to them that way. Oh, there was a few cards stuck to it. Thank you. Michael Duffy, why do you feel that way? Why do you feel like you'll never be loved? Andrea Stone. I don't even know who that is, sweetheart. Who is that? People think it's the music industry that did that to her. No, that's crazy. See, I like this little card right here. I don't fear the fire because I am the fire. I didn't come this far. What does it say? I didn't come this far just to come this far. That's what I like. You know, if anybody's gonna blame the I guess the entertainment industry, whether it's the television, movies, or modeling, or you know, musical artists, musicians, I don't understand why they think like someone ran in front of her and caused her to wreck. Like, I don't understand why they, blame the music industry. I mean, do they try and say she had a diagnose, like she died of like alcohol and drugs or something? She's saying R&B. I'll have to look her up, sweetheart. Angie Stone. I'm not familiar with her. I'll have to look her up, but I still think you have to be in charge of yourself and take accountability for your actions. You can't go around blaming it other people, groups, and such. Like what exactly would they have thought would have caused it? You know, caused her to have that wreck and die. I mean, I'm trying to understand, does she have some kind of, drug addiction? And that's what they're blaming on the um, music industry? Or, was she an alcoholic, partying too much? You like that card, Artist Mac? I liked it too. I love these cards, and I haven't had a chance to go through them all yet. Here's another good one. I own my confidence. No one can take it from me. I walk in my power, and it's undeniable. And that's me all day long. Okay, so she wasn't on drugs, but she had a. I know who D'Angelo is, though. I'm just failing to still connect the dots why they're blaming it on the music industry. Like, did somebody hit her, or did she hit somebody and it just ended up being a fatal? I didn't hear nothing about it, but then I don't watch the TV, and I rarely get on the internet, um, unless I'm searching for something, but that's rare. I don't get on. I rarely even get on YouTube unless I'm just like trying to find my playlist of music to play while I'm doing something, um, or one of my mods or someone posted a video, then I'll go on there and check it out. But outside of that, I don't go on the internet rarely. Mm, that's sad. You see, that's where I say there's always this misunderstanding I feel when it comes to free will, because nobody forced her to get in that car, right? And yeah, it's sad that out of all 8 people, she's the only one that died. But at the same time, if she signed up to die young, as, you know, I know she still had to be fairly young, um, she's going to die, whether it's by an accident, an unfortunate accident, like a car, or some other freak accident. She would have lost her life either way. You see what I mean? Something else would have taken her out. I mean, yeah, but Kevin, you gotta understand, it still doesn't change what I just said. No matter what the cause of it is, if it was her time to die, it was her time to go. Doesn't matter the cause. Because she only signed up to be here for so long. I had to really, deal with a lot of that myself when my aunt was killed because somebody ran her over while she was out walking her dog one day in her own neighborhood. Like, what are the chances that someone would end up falling asleep behind the wheel and running her over? But that's what happened, and she lost her life that way. Or the my friend who died the same week, and also in an accident, gets rear-ended by um, whatchamacallit, um, he was hit by an ambulance that was on the way to the hospital, and they just happened to rear end him. And I think the ambulance was coming from apparently a jail. So someone from that was at the jail did something to be forced to be rushed to the hospital. And so the driver of the ambulance rear-ended my friend, and he died. You know, and he was young. He was younger than me, you know. So it's hard to explain all that. Hi, Spirit Brothers. How you doing, baby? But, because I remember I was mad. I was so mad. Obviously I was naturally devastated when they died, especially it happening the same week. Because then I had a third person who died that week too, but they were older, but still, it still hurt. It was just crazy though that two people, um, two different accidents died the same week. And you talk about a dark night of the soul I went through. It was rough. And naturally, because I was hurting from losing her, I wanted the person who ran her over to pay. I didn't care the cause. I didn't care why it happened. You took someone from me and my family, you know, who did nothing wrong, who was out walking her dog in her own neighborhood and killed her. Even though I knew it was a tragic accident, but it still didn't change my anger about it. It took me some time to come to terms with it. But before then, me and my family wanted to see this person fry. I mean, and it was a young woman. We wanted to see her, um, punished, but she ended up having a good lawyer and only served the time that she was behind jail before she got bonded out. And then when when it went to court, she got probation for like 5 years, I think. It's like, so me and my family weren't happy, it really hurt us. It's like, no, she should serve something else, more than that. But, because she was charged with vehicular manslaughter or homicide. And yeah, I mean, she didn't have anything in her system as far as the person that killed her. She didn't drink, she wasn't, found to have alcohol or drugs in her system, but it still didn't change how we felt. And years later, I had to come to the understanding that, unfortunately, even though we weren't ready for her to go, it was her time to go. And, I had to fight to make sense of it because naturally I was angry at God again for it. And, I had to make sense of why he would take her. You already took my parents. Now you want to take the next best thing that's to my mama from me and my brother and her kids. And, I needed to find a way to come to terms with it. And I had to look at it this way that, yeah, there's a saying that, bad things happen to good people, but then there's also the whole thing that I have to look at it like the butterfly effect, which is that, unfortunately, her death would end up causing um, like a butterfly effect in this world where someone would go now and do something, in her memory that will also help a lot of other people out there that it would not have helped had she had not died, you see. And I even had to think of it in the context. I remember someone asked me this one time about, um, oh, that's okay, Spirit Brothers. I'm gonna, I'll be getting off here shortly anyways, baby. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hi to me, though. So, someone has said, well, why would God allow young babies or kids to die of cancer? And, I said the same reason why they allowed my aunt to be killed in a car accident, and my friend, who hadn't even started his life yet. He was engaged and was supposed to be getting married. That unfortunately, if we're going to ever, help change this world and heal people from things like cancer, unfortunately, someone has to be a guinea pig. And I know it's hard to hear that, but it's also true. And, and someone being the guinea pig, it means it's helping another doctor learn how to treat patients with cancer. Um, and in turn, it's also helping other families out there. Think of other parents out there who've also lost a young child and they're not sure what to do with themselves. Well, it has to start somewhere. Someone had to come before them and go through that process. So that way, in turn, they create like a foundation in honor of their, child they lost in the hopes it'll help, others. And that's how I had to learn to live with it. And I know it's still hard to wrap your head around, but that's how I looked at it. So it's kind of even the same way you think of like people who've been in prison, um, who committed murder. Why is it that they get to live and the loved one that they murdered isn't here? Yeah, unfortunately, the way I had to come to that understanding is, well, because the person who committed the crime obviously wasn't saved by God, Jesus, if you want to get into the religion part of it. And so God felt the only way something like that would happen, it was something like that had to happen to wake them out of it. And in doing so, what else could they do except for sit behind bars? Well, many people find religion behind bars. And in turn, that person will help other people, turn to God and um, want to even help more people in the process to find their faith. It's not the, way to do it, but that's just how I've had to reconcile with it. Craig Jones, I don't know what you're talking about. Talking about something about relax my head. I'm gonna be relaxing my head, all right. My head will be relaxed when I get off of this stream. That's when it'll relax. Well, baby, you didn't just kick him out. You timed him out. You do know that, right? I know, Artist Mac, and that's a shame because now her son's left without a mother. But it may also mean that her son signed up for something else that's supposed to make him strong going through that, or is going to teach him something so that when he gets older, he can help a lot more people and live up to his purpose, live up to why he came here to begin with. Okay, let's see, baby. I wonder. Yeah, relax your head. There. I just hit him. I don't need him here either. Thicklicious. I don't know who you're talking to, talking that way. You can take your thicklicious self somewhere else, though. Damn perverts. That's quite alright, baby. I'm fixing to go anyways, like I said. Time for me to get some rest. Because I've been fighting it for the last few nights. I haven't gone to bed until the early afternoon. So I've been only sleeping maybe 4 or 5 hours before it's time for me to come on here and stream. Yeah. I know what you mean, Artist Mac. It's hard either way, honey. No matter how old they are, it's still going to be tough. Well, beautiful people, I guess I'm going to head out and take it easy for the next couple days. Oh no, Spirit Brothers. That stinks, baby. And you definitely need your inhaler, baby. Can't be going around not being able to breathe, baby. So, I'm glad you got your appointment, though. So, I'll be back Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, for another edition of Insomnia Maniacs Tarot. Until then, beautiful people, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful Monday and Tuesday. Sending y'all love, blessings, light, good energy your way. Bye.